So this guy has been propped up by some grifters on YouTube, the colonial outcasts. And then he's a grifter, right? Just like Greg Stoker and Mark Wayne. This guy, Liam O'Mara, is a grifter, right? He has a record of erasing Palestinians in occupied 1948 Palestine. Let's take a listen.
My name is Liam O'Mara, and I'm a professor of history. Don't let the Irish name fool you. I'm a proud Jew, and because of our history and traditions, I am an equally proud anti-fascist, anti-racist, anti-imperialist, and anti-Zionist. It's honestly sad I need to call myself anti-Zionist, given how much I love the land of Israel and Palestine, how much I want to see it flourish and sustain a vibrant Jewish life on its soil.
So there you go. Liam O'Mara erases Palestinians in occupied 1948 Palestine and Palestinian refugees from occupied 1948 Palestine. So, just to educate people, these are all the towns controlled by Palestinians in Palestine. Notice how many Palestinian towns in occupied 1948 Palestine exist. How many Palestinian-controlled towns in occupied 1948 Palestine exist, right? I went to great labor to make this map, right? And then you can see my hometowns, right? Isfia, Daliat al-Carmel. That's where my family's from. So by erasing Palestinians from occupied 1948 Palestine, Liam O'Mara is erasing me, right? Check it. 15.47% of my ancestry is from the town of Daliat al-Carmel in occupied 1948 Palestine, and its suburb, Isfia. So by erasing Palestinians from occupied 1948 Palestine, Liam O'Mara is erasing most of my maternal grandpa's family, as well as millions of people who are from occupied 1948 Palestine, whether they live in occupied 1948 Palestine or whether they're refugees that are living in Chile or the United States or Canada or Guatemala or Honduras or El Salvador or Cuba, right? Or whether they're refugees in Jordan or Lebanon or Egypt or the UAE or Qatar, right? Or Saudi, right? And then by putting in the part of vibrant Jewish life, Liam O'Mara is erasing the fact that the indigenous people of Palestine are Muslim, Christian, and Druze, right? He's erasing that fact. And Liam O'Mara has an established record of being a liberal Zionist. Check it. Liam O'Mara, in this Facebook post, erases or attempts to erase, he tries to erase the indigeneity of Palestinians to Palestine. Right? That's what he's doing. He's comparing Palestinians and Lebanese to Zionist squatters. Right? That's what Liam O'Mara is doing. Right? And through this little bullshit thing, that's what he's doing. Not surprised because he promotes Zionist Bernie Sanders on his page. And look at this. So, Liam O'Mara, the same guy who was endorsed by Andrew Yang in the 2020 California congressional election, okay, is promoting a liberal Zionist squatter in Haifa, You know, the city that's 20 kilometers northwest of my family's hometown in Palestine. Liam O'Mara is promoting anarchist graffiti seen in Haifa, Palestine. And he's even normalizing the Zionist entity. And of course, the graffiti is in Zionist squatter writing, right? And again, Liam O'Mara is a liberal Zionist. And then now he's promoting Zionist squatters in Jaffa. Clearly forgetting that these people are foreign terrorist invaders and they're not allowed to be in Palestine. Now he's promoting Zionist organization JVP, which opposes extraditing Zionist squatters. This is who Liam O'Mara is. Oh, there he is, promoting another Zionist event in Jaffa. And there he is again, promoting Zionist squatters, right? Liam O'Mara is a Zionist grifter. That's what he is. He's a Zionist grifter and a gatekeeper. He doesn't actually support Palestine. So let's listen to this dumbass some more.
But Zionism was co-opted by a racist settler colony that evolved into a genocidal apartheid regime, visibly showing the world how little it learned from our history as Jews. Or perhaps it learned too much of what happened and none of the moral lessons, since what I have seen over the past 76 years is an unending repetition of the horrid crimes we faced.
Didn't know you were 76 years old. Also, here's the thing. Liam. You're just as guilty in these crimes. Normalizing the Zionist entity, erasing Palestinians in occupied 1948 Palestine, trying to erase Palestinians' indigeneity to Palestine. You're guilty of that, Liam. Normalizing Zionist squatters, including Zionist squatters in Haifa, you know, the city that's 20 kilometers to the northwest of my family's hometown in Palestine. That's what you're guilty of, Liam. You're a Zionist grifter, and that's why no one trusts you. Look at the shirt, man. Yellow Star of David that says Jude, and then he's wearing a keffiyeh. Again, Liam O'Mara is a little attention whore, right? He's trying to center his Jewish identity at the expense of Palestinians and normalize the Zionist entity. That's what he's doing, right?
Pogroms, ethnic cleansing, rape and torture, concentration camps, racist laws and segregation, vicious propaganda to other the people living on the land, to make them strangers and enemies about which you spread heartless rumors and consider subhuman, unworthy of life. Talmud teaches us that to destroy a life in the land of Israel is to destroy the whole world. While
So now he's quoting the racist-ass Zionist Talmud. Are we really surprised? Again, Liam O'Mara is a Zionist grifter and an opportunist.
Whoso saves a life saves the world. The settlers have perverted this to refer only to people like themselves, ignoring the simple fact.
You dumbass, Liam. Your buddies in Tel Aviv are settlers. Your buddies in Haifa are settlers, Liam. It's Palestine from river to sea. Only Palestinians are indigenous to Palestine. I'm indigenous to Palestine. My mom's indigenous to Palestine. My grandpa was indigenous to Palestine. My great-grandpa, my second great-grandpa, my third great-grandpa, my fourth great-grandma was indigenous to Palestine. I trace my lineage back to the Druze community in Deliat al-Carmel and the Druze community in Isfia. That's where I trace my lineage to. You traced your lineage to Ireland and Russia. Right? Let's go to Ebb Magazine. Brilliant article by, let's see who's this written by. You see down at the bottom. Leila Shamali and Laura Kilani. Brilliant article. And this kind of talks about, this was kind of an inspiration to make the video about Liam O'Mara. Right? So, suggesting that some Zionist cities are settlements, while others are not, perpetuates Zionist framing, granting legitimacy to colonial control according to arbitrary geographical divisions of Palestine, and further dividing the land into disparate zones. Anti-Zionist analysis understands that settlers are not only residents of illegal West Bank settlements like Kiryat Arba and Efrat, but also those in Safad and Petah Tikva. Ask any Palestinian who is living in exile from Haifa. They will tell you Zionist squatters living in their homes are also settlers. Right? And this kind of addresses what he just said about the settlers. And the fact that he's promoting these Zionist squatters on his Facebook page, right? So, kind of sus on his part, suspicious on his part, right? Seems as if Liam O'Mara is a Zionist squatter.
That the ancient kingdoms were always culturally, religiously, and ethnically diverse. Palestinians are our brothers, literal descendants.
I'm not your brother. You're from Russia. I'm from Palestine. Nowhere on my DNA test does it say that I'm Russian. And you know what I mean by Russian. Slavic. I'm 0% Slavic. Right? Most of my ancestry is either Semitic or Celtic. Right? Semitic or Celtic. Not your brother. You're Irish and Russian. You're not Palestinian, Liam. I'm actually Palestinian. By pushing that trope, by pushing the trope of the Jewish diaspora, you're further attempting to erase Palestinian indigeneity to Palestine.
Of the ancient populations of Judah, Yisrael, and the other Canaanite states. They have been on the land since the Stone Age, and while languages and religions have changed, people have never left the land. My tribe is made up of those who fled persecution and chose a life in exile.
Your tribe was never in Palestine. Your tribe is from Russia. You look like a Russian Hasidic Jew. There's no other way to say it. You are not Palestinian, Liam. I'm actually Palestinian.
Their tribe is made of those who stayed, became Christian, and later Muslim. But we are the same people of the same blood and history. And
no, we're not. So if we're the same people, then why doesn't it show any relation to Yehudis on this DNA test? Why does this show zero relation to the Yehudis? Zero, right? Welsh, French, Palestinian, Lebanese, Saudi, Yemeni, Iraqi, Georgian, Mexican. Right? Nowhere on my DNA test does it say any sort of Yehudi. Okay? We are not related, Liam. And you know that's a fact. But you're such a grifter. You're such a gatekeeper. Come on, Liam. Enough with the shtick.
Much as my tribe slaughters and dispossesses my brothers fills me with rage. The lessons of history have compelled many of us to devote our lives.
Again, not your brother, not even from the same part of the world. Liam, you got this. You got a Lithuanian nose. You got Russian eyes, Russian glasses. You look like Martin's Lises and some Hasidic Jew from New York who's Russian. That's what you look like, dude. You look Russian and Lithuanian. That's what you are. And you probably have some Irish because of your last name. You're not Palestinian. You're not my brother. Enough with the shtick. Enough with the shtick, Liam. Enough with the shtick.
To solidarity, to social justice. None are free, whilst others live in tyranny, rot in prison, or suffer persecution. Permanent exile has taught us, in painful ways, what it is like.
Again, pushing the more Zionist conspiracy theories.
Be seen as other, to face discrimination and oppression. It has shaped a tradition of cosmopolitanism, of universal brotherhood, of opposition to the racist discourses underlying colonialism.
And check it. Notice how here he talks about diaspora Jews. That's a Zionist trope, right? That's a liberal Zionist trope. Claiming that there is a Jewish diaspora insinuates that Jews are native to Palestine, right? Which they're clearly not, right? Muslims, Christians, and Druze are native to Palestine. I know that for a fact, being Palestinian from a family that was originally Druze, accepted Islam, and moved to Al-Khalil, right? That's my family's history. And by the way, my family's originally from Daliat al-Carmel and is from Isfia. These two cities, 20 kilometers southeast of Haifa, right? That's where I'm from.